Hello everybody and welcome back to D&D and Me. We are going to be continuing the Dragons of the 5th edition Monster Manual, and this video will be on the lore of the Copper Dragons and the Ancient Copper Dragon stats. This one is probably the smallest that I've seen in a while, but because I just want to get this over with, let's get straight into it. Copper dragons are incorrigible pranksters, joke tellers, and riddlers that live in hills and rocky uplands. Despite their gregarious and even-tempered natures, they possess a covetous, miserly streak and can become dangerous when their hordes are threatened. A copper dragon has brow plates jutting over its eyes, extended back to long horns that grow as a series of overlapping segments. Its back-swept cheek ridges and jaw frills give it a pensive look. At birth, a copper dragon's scales are ruddy brown with a metallic tint. As the dragon ages, its scales become more coppery in color, later taking on a green tint as it ages. A copper dragon's pupils fade with age, and the eyes of the oldest copper dragons resemble glowing turquoise, or I was about to say tortoise, turquoise orbs. Good hosts. A copper dragon appreciates wit, a good joke, humor, story, or riddle. A copper dragon becomes annoyed with any creature that doesn't laugh at its jokes or accepts its tricks with good humor. Are you a copper dragon? We're getting a divorce. Copper dragons are particularly fond of bards. A dragon might carve out part of its lair as a temporary abode for a bard, willing to regale it with stories, riddles, and music. To a copper dragon, such companionship is a treasure to be coveted. I completely forgot these guys did that. Wow, years ago I read this and I forgot about this entirely. Uh, Cautious and crafty. When building its hoard, a copper dragon prefers treasures from the earth. Metals and precious stones are favorites of these creatures. A copper dragon is wary when it comes to showing off its possessions. If it knows that other creatures seek a specific item in its hoard, a copper dragon will not admit to possessing the item. Just straight up lies, like, no, fuck you, I don't know what you're talking about. Instead, it might send curious treasure hunters on a wild goose chase to search for the object while it watches from afar for its own pleasure. Yeah, that sword you want? It's down the hall to the right. And they just close the fucking door, like reverse Jesus. Copper Dragon's Lair. Copper dragons dwell in dry uplands and on hilltops, where they make their lairs in narrow caves. False walls in the lair hide. I was kind of right about that Jesus comment. Secret antechambers where the dragon stores valuable ores, art objects, and other oddities as it has collected over its lifetime. Worthless items are put on display in open caves to tantalize treasure seekers and distract them from where the real treasure is hidden. The real treasure is the friends we made along the way. Only one person will understand that. Maybe two. Lair actions. On initiative count 20, losing initiative ties, the dragon takes a lair action to cause one of the following effects. 1. The dragon chooses a point on the ground that it can see within 120 feet. Stone spikes sprout from the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on that point. The effect is otherwise identical to the spike growth spell and lasts until the dragon uses a lair action again or until the dragon dies. The second one, the dragon chooses a 10-foot square on the area that it can see within 120 feet. The ground in that area turns to a 3-foot deep mud. Wow, that fucking sucks. Each creature on the ground in that area, when the mud appears, must succeed a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or sink into the mud and become restrained. I did not think about that. A creature can take an action to attempt a DC 15 strength saving check, freeing itself or another creature within its reach and ending the restrained condition on a success. Moving 1 foot in the mud. Wow. It pretty much it's double movement. On initiative count 20 on the next round, the mud hardens and the DC increases to 20 to break free. Wow, that part is the best part. Screw you guys. Regional effects. The region contains a legendary copper dragon's lair, is warped by the dragon's magic, which creates one or more of the following effects. Magic carvings of the dragon's smiling visage can be seen worked into stone terrains and objects within 6 miles of the dragon's lair. That's kind of creepy. It's just smiling. Tiny beasts, such as rodents and birds that are normally unable to speak, gain the magical ability to speak and understand Draconic while within 1 mile of the dragon's lair. These creatures speak well the dragon, but can't divulge its whereabouts. I'm just imagining you're like sleeping and you're like not that far from the dragon, and you just hear a squirrel talking about like drugs or some shit. Intelligent creatures within 1 mile of the lair are prone to fits of giggling. Even serious matters suddenly become amusing. Like the funeral I went to a couple years ago. If the dragon dies, the magic carvings fade over the course of 1d10 days. The other effects end immediately. Now we are on the stats, and this is probably arguably the worst part. Ancient Copper Dragons are Gargantuan Dragons and Chaotic Good. Remember, they get very jealous over weird shit, like not laughing at their jokes. They have a natural armor class of 21, average hit points of 350, which it is 20d20 plus 140. They have a movement speed of 40 feet, climbing speed of 40 feet, and a flight speed of 80 feet. They have a natural strength of 27 plus 8, dexterity of 12 plus 1, constitution of 25 plus 7, intelligence of 20 plus 5, wisdom of 17 plus 3, and a charisma of 19 plus 4. Their proficient saving throws are dexterity plus 8, which means it has a proficiency bonus of 7, constitution of 14, wisdom of 10, and a charisma of 11. Proficient skills are deception 11, perception 17, stealth 8. They're immune to acid. They have blind sight up to 60 feet, dark vision up to 120 feet, and a passive perception 27. They speak Common, Draconic, and it's ancient, so probably multiple other fucking languages. It's challenge rating 21, 33,000 experience points. It has legendary resistance, which can be used 3 times a day. It has multi-attack. The dragon can use its frightful presence. It then makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws. Jesus. The bite is a melee weapon attack, plus 15 to hit, reach of 15 feet, 1 target only, 19 average, 2d10 plus 8 piercing damage. The claw is a melee weapon attack, plus 15 to hit, reach of 10 feet, 1 target only, 15 average, 2d6 plus 8 slashing damage. The tail, melee weapon attack, 15 to hit, reach of 20 feet, 1 target only, 17 average, 2d8 plus 8 bludgeoning damage. And the frightful presence. Each creature of the dragon's choice that is within 120 feet of the dragon and aware of it must succeed on a DC 19 wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns, ending the effect on a success. If a creature fails... Oh, never mind. I misread that. If the creature succeeds, the creature is immune to the dragon's frightful presence for the next 24 hours. It has 2 breath weapons. Recharges on a T6 roll of 5 or 6. The acid breath. The dragon exhales acid in a 90-foot line that is 10 feet wide. Each creature in that line must make a DC 22 Dex saving throw, taking 63 average 14d8 acid damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Slowing breath. That's weird. The dragon exhales gas in a 90-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 22 Con saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't use reaction. Wow. Can't use its reactions. Its speed is halved and can't make more than 1 attack in its action. That's fucked. In addition, the creature can use either an action or a bonus action on its turn. Not both. Holy fuck, this thing's fucked. These effects last for 1 minute. The creature can repeat the saving throws at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Note, it doesn't say that it's immune, so that's going to be really important. Shape change, or change shape as this one. The dragon magically polymorphs into a humanoid or beast that has a challenge rating no higher than its own or back to its true form. It reverts to its true form if it dies or knocked unconscious. Any equipment it is wearing or carrying is absorbed or borne by the new form, dragon's choice, probably put inside of it. In a new form, the dragon retains its alignment, hit points, hit dice, ability to speak, proficiencies, legendary resistance, layer actions, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, as well as this action. Its stats and capabilities are otherwise replaced by the new form, except any class features and legendary actions of that form. The dragon can take 3 legendary actions, only after another creature's turn. It has a perception check, which costs 1, tail attack, which costs 1, and the wing attack, which costs 2 actions. Note, this is 3 actions per round of combat. The dragon beats its wings. Each creature within 15 feet of that dragon must succeed on a DC 23 dexterity saving throw or take 15 average, 2d6 plus 8 bludgeoning damage, and be knocked prone. The dragon can then fly up to half of its movement speed. Thank you all for watching this video, and my mouth is dry as shit. And please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you end up watching this and have any ideas of what you'd like to see on this channel, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.